Hello, collective and chosen ones. Welcome to my channel. It's so nice to have you here as always. You're loved and blessed. If this is the first time you're here, welcome. And for all regular viewers, welcome back. So this channel is all about building a momentum of high energy and maintaining it. And at every given time, we're given the tools to heal and raise our consciousness. Today I'll be looking at various oracle messages plus channeled messages that comes through, and I've drew out quite a lot of cards today. So I'll start off with the oracle messages. The first one is tune in for answers. A lot of you are still a little bit confused as to where you're going, but all it needs is for you to tune in with spirit and ask for guidance. You don't always have the answers, and you're not expected to. But your persistence and patience is going to pay off. And a lot of you are purging a lot of negative energy, because in the past few readings, I picked up a lot of people where they're coming at you because you're elevating. So you're spending a lot of time alone in hermit mode and purging these negative energies. You realize that locking horns with others and speaking your truth directly sometimes does not work, or in most cases, if you're dealing with a lot of people that have a lot of ego in them, it's not going to go anywhere, and no one's having a decent conversation. And it's totally the opposite. You might find that that person would start lashing out at you. But you're clearing the air now, and you're letting them get the upper hand in some ways. And I don't mean to say that you're not speaking up, but in some ways you're letting them have their own energy and you're going the opposite. So that's the best way to go about dealing with certain people that have a very high ego and a low emotional intelligence. So the worst thing that you'd ever do is to go into trenches with them and fight against them and speaking up. The best way I found to be dealing with these type of people is, and especially family members that you don't get on with, and close friendships that you're now starting to pull away from, is to let them think that they're having their way and just be silent and observe. Let your silence come through, and in many ways they start to panic because they're not sure what you're doing, what's the next step is. And also they won't have access to your energy. So keep working with spirit. At any time, if you can feel a dark force or energy, a psychic attack, best thing is to keep working with spirit. And even when you're sleeping, ask spirit for help before you go to bed. You're doing a fantastic job. You're no longer emotionally charged, or a lot of you are getting out of that mindset anyway and not so triggered. And you're finding closure as well. Let me just move this a bit further. Let me read through this. I'm trying to get these messages out in kind of like a chronological order. A lot of people are trying to return back into your life because they're realizing you're pulling away. But the message is that there's no going back. There's no way you are going back to that kind of energy. You've worked really hard at it. You've been very focused. And beware of making excuses. And I don't know what this specifically is for. It could be for a task that or projects or jobs that you're meant to do, but you are finding excuses not to make it. to action. A lot of you, okay, sorry, I've just realized I've got to get this message. So people desperately trying to return, Spirit saying it's a time waster. Just retreat from it. There's too much going on with you for you to not focus on your own affairs. A lot of you have outgrown your current job. It's been like that for a while, and Spirit's asking you to just keep looking for different opportunities, money opportunities. There's lots of it. But it sometimes may not be exactly how you want it. So what I mean to say is that a lot of you have been asked to not just look at one job, but to look at various other ways of getting an income and to get out of your comfort zone. Get creative. That's what you need to do, because things are improving. Just keep tweaking and refining your strategy and what you need to do. But things are looking really good. The Eye of the Needle. This is my card that is focusing on and confirmation on the focusing message, the very focused one. I'll put that here. You're going through life with bold step forward, so have the confidence to just get out of your comfort zone again. And it's a second message to get out of the darkness and go into the light, and just no matter what you do, and don't worry about the next step, because Spirit's got your back. A lot of you need to do a lot of me-tox, a lot of alone time, detoxing, and mentally clearing out everything, and your health as well, mind, body, and spirit. Some of you are lost in space and needing direction. So again, that's another confirmation to tune into for answers by asking Spirit to help you. So every morning I have 3 things that I do. Is when I wake up, I ask Spirit, I say 10 things that I'm grateful for. And then what I do is I send love to 3 people that bother me, the Bob Proctor advice. And be quiet for 5 minutes at least and ask for guidance. I do spend a lot more than 5 minutes, because there's a certain time now that I need to go forward and just asking for directions. This is another opportunity card. So opportunities are always with you, but you just have to tune in to focus on what's coming through. Some of the times we miss it because we're just so busy and getting distracted. I don't know what this is applicable to. Not all these messages are going to resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But this is talking about the disowned self. So parts of you are not, what's the word? You don't believe in yourself. So you try and disown it. But Spirit's asking you to own it. Be it if it's dark, you need to do a lot of shadow work and ask yourself, what is it that I need to get through? And no longer can we sweep things under the carpet. So the first tarot card talks about the Hermit. So it's another confirmation that there's a lot of time that you're spending by yourself to keep working on your spirituality and where you're going. Sometimes you won't get the answers. Leave it for the next day. But be kind to yourself. Justice is going to prevail. And to me, this is justice for you reaping your karmic dues and rewards that are coming. Knight of Pentacles. You're not afraid to go through and go forward in getting what you want and getting your abundance. It's going to be lots of victory and celebrations. Again, sometimes we're asked not to, we don't necessarily need to celebrate with everybody. And I did a post a few days ago on stealth wealth and how to achieve your abundance and your achievements in stealth mode. Now, if you haven't seen it, please go through that. It's really important that our successes are achieved before it's manifested fully, is to work in silence. Because as a chosen one, you're under a lot of attacks all the time because the dark forces work with the other low entities and people that are in low vibration. So there always will be a lot of demonic forces that are working against you, and they may use also the people that are closest to you to work against you and trying to sabotage anything that you do. The Nine of Wands. This is not necessarily a female, it could be both. So it's embodying a masculine energy, somebody who's not afraid to speak up and defend yourself and have a lot of independence and boldness about it. You have a lot of courage. You can see through people's lies. See how that person's looking at others and saying, hey, I know what you're doing. Don't try. Queen of Cups. So this is embodying a lot of spirituality and very much in their emotions and somebody who you can trust. Adjustments are required. So didn't I see a card that's similar or an oracle message? So the tweaking card, that's right. So there's a lot of refinement and tweaking required. So whatever you're doing, keep working on it and do a lot of adjustments. Sometimes you might want to go this way, but then you realize, okay, no, before we go that way, some things need to be tweaked and refined. A personal issue will reach resolution. So this is similar to finding a closure and really clearing out the air with certain people. You're very close to achieving your goal. So with all of us achieving different things, we're not going to find one timeline. There are several goals that you might be doing in certain time frames that would get your breakthrough. Some of you, communication is the key to get ahead. Some of you might have to speak to people regarding any issues or anything that is on your mind. Nothing is set in stone. So again, we don't have a clear answer for everything. And especially if you're reading this and you may in the future come back to this reading from 2025, lots of things are going to not make sense, but it's asking us to work with spirit and keep working in introspection to try and get your answers and using a lot of intuition. Some of you are having a new romantic cycle. I don't get that in many of the collective, but only a certain small group of people that are wanting a relationship. A lot of you are just focusing on bettering, getting yourself and healing. Destiny. So it's your destiny to achieve your path and working your life path. Again, in another confirmations, patience and planning. Some of you may have still some mental conflict or somebody who is having mental conflict over you. It looks like, this card looks like you've left somebody and they're really in their head about you. Your life is just full of fulfillment and wishes. And if you're not feeling that now, you will. Got lots of new beginnings. Life for you is really good. And transformation, this is another confirmation. A few days ago, I picked up another oracle message through the wooden sticks with transformation message. So that's just another confirmation. Some of you have been going through your head or been dealing with people that has a lot of ego. And as I said, I could pick up the locking horns with the person. And in some ways, you are going through an ego death as well. So therefore, you might be having conflict with certain people. And then all of a sudden, because you're changing, the others are not understanding why you are behaving like this. You no longer can go back to the past where it's driven by that. Let me just see what this is about. Okay, so this card is about clearing away things that no longer serve you. You're going through life and looking at things realistically and having a lot of independence about you. Still lots of challenges ahead of you. Delays or changes to plans. So as I said, as we are heading through 2025 onwards, things are not going to make sense to you, but just keep going ahead and working through the challenges. And at times you will need some rest and rejuvenation and time alone. These are the most important parts, and also working with your mind, body and spirit. Every single time you need to check with yourself and have a lot of balance of those things that are so essential. It's not just going to the doctor or medically. The mental health issues are really affecting a lot of the community and the mass, people in the world. So at every given moment, mental issues is something that is of importance. You've got a complex decision and the need to do some research, and don't procrastinate. So again, the previous card on finding reasons or excuses not to do something. So this is another confirmation, is to stop procrastinating. I don't know what this is for, but I can sense that the collective has certain jobs that you've been delaying for a while. And again, tune in for answers. It's time to buckle down. Another triple confirmation, and get things done. Honor your commitments. So your commitment is very important. You may have several jobs and then it may overwhelm you. So just please write them down systematically. If you can't do that today, fine. Just chunk it down and into bits and pieces on small durations that you can get those things done. We're not asking you to just do it in one day or just within an hour, all these jobs. We're asking you to just keep checking on how to do those jobs and be dedicated towards that. Skilled work is rewarded. So this is for the skilled people. As you have been learning a lot, you've been picking up a lot of skills, and this is going to be so good for you because it's going to really help you in navigating through this complicated and complex world that we're heading into. So at any given time, just please pick up any type of learning. It could be online, it could be AI, and a lot of people just finding it very hard to understand AI. If you use it properly, it will be of benefit to you. I don't know if there's any other messages, but I just wanted to say that the reading before, the longer reading before, had a lot of chaos and lots of family issues, but I can't see that now because you are clearing the energy and you are clearing everything that doesn't serve you, asking Spirit for help. So at any given time, you will retreat whenever the energy gets into a low vibration or frequency, and all you're interested is raising the frequency and vibration to a very high level. And you find that lately you've been attracting a lot of people that just want to have a chat with you. They want to spend time with you. They want to really be with you. So that's a good part where your energy is raising. And if your family members need your help, please continue to do that, even though sometimes some of them may not be so nice to you, or they take you for granted. But trust the process that Spirit is asking you to help that family member or that person that you're close to for a reason. And continue to build your healthy boundaries. Now, I hope this helps. And if you have any comments, I'd really love to receive them. And I'm sending you lots of love and blessings. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.